Speech, part 3. We have got an example of a speech or sample. Good morning, everyone. How did you all spend your weekend? Did you go hiking, perhaps, or climb the mountains? Guess what I did? Not hiking, not climbing. No, I spent the whole yesterday afternoon learning vocabulary with my best friend Tony. That sounds a bit weird and boring, doesn't it? But in fact, it was quite the opposite. So keep listening and I'll tell you more. Let me think, it was probably a Friday afternoon when Tony and I went on our way home after school and both noticed a joint poster placed just at the entrance of the subway line 1. Volunteers wanted pound 50 awards to be won. Pound 50, it's a lot, right? Obviously, Tony and I stopped to read this poster in more detail. This poster says a test about computer based vocabulary learning method needs volunteers. Specifically, volunteers are divided to two groups. The first group will learn with computers, while the second group will learn the same words with traditional printed books. Follow classmates. You know how torturing it is to memorize English vocabulary, don't you? But as Tony and I both wanted the pound 50 award, we still decided to apply to be volunteers, and luckily we ended up in the first group. It was fun because it was designed like a game. First of all, the screen shows you 5 words and their meanings, and then a teacher pops up and reads each word aloud and explains its usage in the sentences and context. You then have to read these words as correctly as possible so that the computer can identify the words and give you a score. Then you enter a battle part. Yes, that's right. The fun part is you get a chance to test your skills and beat others. Although Tony and I didn't get pound 50, this computer based learning experience completely changed our attitude to lexical learning and was a great way to spend our weekend. Thank you, Miss Stanley, for asking me to deliver this speech, and thank you all for listening. The learner poses a question to involve the audience. The learner is showing that they are thinking about how these words would be spoken, varying the pace and using a dramatic pause to engage their audience. The learner is taking account of the audience reaction. The learner uses appropriate linking words and phrases to connect their ideas together, maintaining a semi formal but relaxed tone. The learner makes a few attempts at more complex structure. The learner uses rhetorical devices appropriately to keep their audience engaged and make sure they are on the same side. The learner has organized their structures into clear paragraphs and offers some detail and development in each, finishing back full circle where the speech began with the observation that they had a fun weekend. That's all for the speech.